Many dog owners genuinely want the best for their pets, yet some of the most common ways they accidentally cause harm occur inside the home during everyday routines. One overlooked example is exposing dogs to strong smells such as perfumes, air fresheners, cleaning products, and scented sprays. While a fragrance may seem pleasant to us, a dog's experience is completely different. Dogs possess an extraordinarily sensitive sense of smell that is estimated to be thousands of times more powerful than that of humans. Their noses are designed to detect subtle scents that people would never even notice. As a result, a strong perfume or chemical odor can be overwhelming and uncomfortable for them. What smells fresh and relaxing to a person may feel irritating or even nauseating to a dog. This is why owners should be cautious about using heavily scented products around their pets and avoid spraying fragrances directly on them whenever possible. Another common mistake involves feeding dogs human food. Many owners see sharing food as an act of affection and believe that offering a bite from the table is a way of treating their pet with love. Unfortunately, dogs have very different digestive systems and nutritional requirements than humans. Foods that seem harmless to us may contain ingredients that are too salty, too fatty, too spicy, or even toxic for a dog to process safely. Regularly feeding table scraps can lead to digestive upset, weight gain, and long-term health problems. In some cases, certain foods may pose serious risks to a dog's well-being. The problem often stems from a misunderstanding of what dogs truly need. Owners naturally view food through a human perspective, assuming that if something tastes good and is safe for them, it should be equally beneficial for their pet. However, responsible care requires understanding canine-specific needs rather than projecting human preferences onto animals. True love for a dog is not measured by how many treats or scraps it receives, but by making choices that support its long-term health and comfort. By avoiding strong chemical odors and providing an appropriate canine diet, owners can eliminate two of the most common household mistakes and create a safer, healthier environment for their companions. One of the most overlooked aspects of responsible dog ownership is the importance of providing structure, routine, and respect. Unlike humans, who often enjoy variety and spontaneity, dogs tend to thrive in environments that are predictable and consistent. This is because dogs possess a strong internal clock and naturally rely on patterns to understand the world around them. Through repetition, they learn when to expect meals, walks, playtime, and rest. These routines create a sense of security and help reduce uncertainty. A classic example of this principle can be seen in the famous Pavlov conditioning experiment, in which dogs learn to associate the sound of a bell with food. After enough repetition, the dogs began salivating at the sound alone, even before food appeared. While most owners are not conducting scientific experiments, the same process occurs every day inside the home. When meals, walks, and other activities happen at consistent times, dogs develop clear expectations and feel more confident about their environment. Sudden disruptions to these routines can create confusion and stress because the dog no longer knows what to expect. Even small changes in schedule may affect particularly sensitive animals. Respecting a dog's emotional needs also involves understanding how it experiences physical interactions. One behavior that many people consider affectionate is patting a dog on the head. However, this gesture is often misunderstood. From a human perspective, it may seem friendly and harmless, but many dogs find it uncomfortable. When a hand suddenly approaches from above, some dogs instinctively turn their heads away, lower their posture, or display subtle signs of discomfort. They may tolerate the behavior because they trust their owner, but tolerance should not be confused with enjoyment. Dogs generally prefer gentler forms of interaction that allow them to feel more in control of the situation. Learning to observe and respect canine body language is therefore essential. Dogs communicate their comfort and discomfort through subtle signals that are easy to miss if we are not paying attention. By maintaining consistent routines, minimizing unnecessary disruptions, and respecting personal boundaries, owners create an environment where dogs feel safe, understood, and secure. In the end, structure and respect are not restrictions on a dog's life. They are essential ingredients that help build confidence, reduce stress, and strengthen the bond between dogs and the people who care for them. Many of the most serious threats to a dog's health are not dramatic accidents or sudden illnesses, but everyday risks that owners often overlook. One common example is neglecting preventive treatments for fleas, ticks, worms, and heartworms. Because these parasites are not always visible, some owners underestimate their impact. However, parasites can cause a wide range of health problems, from skin irritation and digestive issues to potentially life-threatening diseases. Preventive care is often far easier and safer than treating an established infection. Another dangerous mistake is leaving a dog alone inside a parked vehicle. Many people assume they will only be gone for a few minutes, but temperatures inside a closed car can rise rapidly, especially during warm weather. Unlike humans, dogs have limited cooling mechanisms and rely primarily on panting to regulate body temperature. As a result, they are highly vulnerable to overheating. Heat stress can develop quickly and may lead to severe complications or even death if not addressed immediately. Responsible owners should never underestimate how dangerous a parked car can become for a dog. Dental health is another area that frequently receives less attention than it deserves. Many owners focus on food, exercise, and vaccinations, while overlooking the condition of their dog's teeth and gums. Yet the mouth is home to large numbers of bacteria, and without proper care, plaque can accumulate over time. This buildup may lead to gum disease, tooth loss, chronic pain, and infections. In some cases, bacteria from the mouth can enter the bloodstream and affect other organs throughout the body. Regular brushing and proper dental care, therefore, play an important role in maintaining overall health. Owners should also understand that every breed comes with unique strengths and vulnerabilities. Certain breeds are more prone to specific medical conditions involving the heart, joints, skin, ears, eyes, or other systems. These risks are often linked to genetics and cannot be eliminated entirely, but early awareness allows owners to monitor potential problems more effectively. What may be a minor concern in one breed could be a significant health risk in another. This is why preventive veterinary care remains one of the most valuable investments an owner can make. Routine examinations, parasite prevention, dental maintenance, and breed-specific health monitoring help identify issues before they become serious. Ultimately, protecting a dog's health is not simply about responding when something goes wrong. It is about recognizing hidden risks, taking proactive steps, and understanding that many of the most important aspects of canine well-being depend on prevention rather than treatment. By staying informed and attentive, owners can help their dogs live longer, healthier, and more comfortable lives. Many behavioral problems that owners struggle with are not caused by stubbornness or bad temperament, but by mistakes in training and socialization that unintentionally damage a dog's confidence and trust. One common example involves taking young puppies to dog parks without proper supervision. While social interaction is important, dog parks can expose puppies to risks they may not yet be prepared for. Larger dogs often play more roughly than puppies can safely handle, and an unpleasant experience during a critical developmental period may create fear that lasts well into adulthood. In addition, public dog areas can expose young animals to illnesses and parasites before their immune systems are fully developed. Positive social experiences are essential, but they should be introduced carefully and in controlled environments whenever possible. Another major mistake is relying on physical punishment as a training method. Some owners believe that punishment teaches respect and obedience, but in reality, it often teaches fear rather than understanding. A dog that is hit or physically corrected may stop a behavior temporarily, not because it understands what it did wrong, but because it wants to avoid the unpleasant consequence. This fear can weaken the relationship between owner and dog, and may even contribute to anxiety or defensive behaviors over time. Yelling creates similar problems. Although it may seem less severe than physical punishment, raising one's voice often frightens dogs without providing clear information about what behavior is expected instead. The dog learns that the owner is upset, but may not understand why. Effective training is built on guidance, consistency, and positive reinforcement rather than intimidation. Equally important is proper socialization. Dogs that are regularly exposed to different people, environments, sounds, and other animals in a positive way tend to develop greater confidence and emotional stability. In contrast, dogs that lack socialization often become anxious when faced with unfamiliar situations. Their bodies may release stress hormones more readily, causing fear, nervousness, and difficulty adapting to new experiences. Ultimately, trust is one of the most valuable things an owner can build with a dog. By avoiding punishment, minimizing fear-based training methods, and providing positive social experiences, owners help create a confident companion that feels secure, understood, and capable of navigating the world with confidence rather than anxiety. When it comes to a dog's long-term health and happiness, nutrition plays a far greater role than many owners realize. One of the most common mistakes is overfeeding. Dogs are remarkably skilled at convincing people they are hungry, often using pleading eyes, whining, or persistent attention-seeking behaviors to encourage extra treats and larger portions. While these behaviors can be difficult to resist, consistently giving in may lead to obesity, one of the most widespread health problems affecting modern dogs. Excess weight places additional strain on the joints, heart, and other organs, reducing mobility and increasing the risk of serious medical conditions later in life. Maintaining a healthy weight is therefore one of the most important ways to support a dog's overall well-being. Nutrition becomes even more important when considering specialized diets. One topic that continues to generate discussion is the use of vegan diets for dogs. While owners may choose such diets with good intentions, poorly planned vegan feeding programs can create nutritional deficiencies if they fail to provide adequate protein and other essential nutrients. Dogs require a balanced diet that supports muscle maintenance, energy production, immune function, and overall health. Without sufficient protein, the body may begin breaking down its own tissues to meet basic biological needs. The larger lesson is that many harmful habits do not arise from neglect but from misunderstanding. Most owners genuinely want to care for their pets and make choices they believe are beneficial. However, good intentions alone are not always enough. Understanding canine biology, psychology, nutrition, and health requirements allows owners to make more informed decisions. In the end, a dog's quality of life is shaped by countless small choices made every day. Proper nutrition, healthy weight management, and informed care may seem like simple responsibilities, but they have a profound influence on a dog's happiness, health, and lifespan. By making thoughtful decisions consistently, owners can help their companions enjoy longer, healthier, and more fulfilling lives.